Hello everyone, and on today's very special episode of Is It Peak, we'll be tackling perhaps the most anticipated movie of 2025 by cinephiles everywhere, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Joining me for this historic event is the number one FNAF fan, Johnny Cooper.
Hello everybody, Markiplier, and welcome to another episode of Five Nights at Freddy's.
And the number one FNAF hater, Cinebad.
Hello, it's me.
Also known as host of the hit podcast Behind the Screen.
That's right. Number one podcast on the world.
All right, let's just jump into this. But before we can talk about the movie itself, we need to establish ourselves. And I have a question. Are we Five Nights at Freddy's fans? I'll start with you, Mr. Cooper. Are you a FNAF fan?
Yeah, I grew up with Five Nights at Freddy's since I was like in 7th grade. I forgot how old I was at that point, but it was like before FNAF 2 came out, and the first video I watched was Markiplier, and I was like, this is so cool, this is so scary. You know, I consumed all the lore, and I kept up with like most of the lore up until after FNAF 6. I didn't like FNAF 6, so that's what made me like drop the franchise. But then I still played Help Wanted, the VR game, because I have a PlayStation VR, and then I played Security Breach, which was mid. You know, despite me being a FNAF fan right now, I don't like the newer games, but I still keep up with like playing some of them.
And what about you, Cinebad? Are you a big FNAF fan?
I am not. I'm pretty familiar with the franchise since it's insanely popular, but I've never played the games. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the games at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty similar to Cooper, and I think most people, I also discovered the games when they came out when I was in grade 6. And I thought that shit was so scary. Like, if I saw a FNAF YouTube thumbnail, I got scared. Like, I was that much of a fucking baby. Yeah, I watched the Markipliers, I watched all the game theories like everyone else, and slowly got desensitized to it. And much like everyone else, after like the 6th game, which is kind of like the last of the, I guess you can call them the classic games, that's had a pretty good ending. I just kind of tuned out, and also I, grew up. And I still have always thought, I don't know if they're good video games, but they always had like really good ideas. Especially the first game, I think, is like an actual pretty good little horror game to play like once. Anything past that, I have no knowledge of or interest in. What do we all think of the first FNAF movie? Because we've definitely all seen it. Sinner, we'll start with you. What do you think of the Five Nights at Freddy's movie from 2023?
It was really, really boring. And the horror was not good. The beginning was kind of okay, but then I was like over it by the end of the first act.
I thought it was kind of boring as well. They didn't like use any of like the office mechanics from like the first game, which is really disappointing. Like, it barely took place like inside the location, which I thought you could build like a horror movie around that, but I don't know, they decided to go a little too kiddish with the movie, and I think they sort of go a little more with that in this movie, but I think the first one is a little more self-contained with the story compared to the second movie. I think thinking about it now, I think it's like an okay film, but not a good Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Like, the lore is very chopped, not great for the FNAF fans.
Yeah, when I watched it the day it came out in theaters, and that was such a horrendous theater experience because FNAF's fan base is like, 15-year-olds, and there were just so many, and they're just screaming in their cosplays and shit. It was horrendous. So that made me really hate the movie. But then I rewatched it again. I thought it was like kind of good. It's a bit of a, I don't want to say guilty pleasure because that's a stupid phrase, but there's a lot of stuff I like about it. But the problem is that FNAF's demographic being kids, like, they made it way too kiddie. Didn't even really attempt to make it scary, and there was just a lot of really terrible plot elements, like especially the dream sequences, which just kind of ruined the whole movie for me.
Yeah, that's like half of the movie.
Yeah, I know. I think there's a good movie in there, and I know it took them like 9 years to fucking write it because it just went through endless rewrites, but I feel like if they gave it a couple more drafts of a script, like, we could have had something pretty solid on our hands. And it's kind of annoying because I've always been of the opinion that a FNAF movie could actually have like insane potential to be like genuinely good, because the game's like pretty nothing gameplay, but there's some pretty cool like storytelling, and they're hiding behind all the bullshit. So yeah, and after the movie came out, the actors and stuff were all like, oh yeah, we're listening to the feedback on this one, we're gonna really make sure the second movie is good. And for some reason I believed them, and I just assumed this movie would be like an improvement in every way. I was like, okay. But I guess that brings us to FNAF 2. What are our initial thoughts on FNAF 2?
I thought it was better than the first movie. The first movie was just boring. I thought this movie was kind of enjoyable. I don't think the horror was much better. But I don't know, I kind of enjoyed it until like the third act, and I had like no clue what was going on. I was kind of like, I just was confused. But I thought it was better. I thought it was like more fun, I guess. But there was still like a lot of stuff I didn't like about it.
It was more entertaining than the first one, but I think the story in this one is like way all over the place. I think there was more jump scares in this one than the first one. I think better jump scares, not scary, of course. I think more brutal off-screen deaths. You know, we don't get to see the deaths happen, like the teacher scene. I think the animatronics, they're very accurate to the game. Like the design-wise, like every animatronic is one-on-one with the video games. But sadly, aside from Toy Chica, all the other animatronics, they have like barely any screen time. The withered animatronics, like all of them combined, I saw that they only have less than 2 minutes. And kind of the same with the toy animatronics.
That is one of my main problems. It's really frustrating because like the animatronics in these movies, both of them, like they look so good, and they're not like CGI. They're not like actual animatronics. They're like guys in suits. I don't think they have any real animatronics in this. But like they look really good, but they just don't fucking use them like at all. And I don't know, like I wonder if the costumes are just really limiting, so they can't like really film anything. Because like anytime the animatronics do anything, it's usually like off screen, or in the funny situations they'll show it and it looks like hilarious. Like when the OGs show up at the end to destroy the toy animatronics, which was laughable. Yeah, they just have these awesome animatronics and just like don't use them at all, and bafflingly decide to make Chica like just the main one, I guess because like the main character is like a girl.
Toy Chica was a baddie in this movie. Withered Bonnie, he was only in like the movie for like 5 seconds. Like he was only in the air vent. But I mean, there was this like cool shot of like all the withered animatronics like in the bottom, just like laying in the floor. I was like, you know, you could really make a good horror movie with like these designs. But you know, we get the movie that we got, which was a pretty goofy film.
Yeah, I found it weird that they bothered to make all those like the older animatronics to use them in one fucking scene. I would say it was my favorite scene of the movie because it was the only one where they're actually like doing FNAF like gameplay. But it was also so fucking stupid because like Freddy or whoever would like be standing in front of him, and then he'd be like, oh shit, and then he like just go type on the computer for like 10 minutes while they just, I guess, just don't do anything. And I like that they did the mask thing from the game and just kind of like made fun of it because it's so stupid.
The withered animatronics are supposed to be destroyed versions of the first ones, but in this movie, they're separate versions of the animatronics from the first movie.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't like use the animatronics from the first movie that show up at the end to have an endgame portals moment. I don't know why they didn't make those ones just like degraded to look like the FNAF 2 ones instead of having 3 fucking sets of the same animatronics in one movie. Like it should be the withered one showing up to destroy him at the end, not the fucking other ones.
Yeah, so what did we think of Megan Fox as Toy Chica, dudes?
Dude, she was great. She stole the show. I wish the other toy animatronics talked more though. Like Freddy and Bonnie had like one line each.
Toy Freddy in this movie was voiced by the guy who voiced Glamrock Freddy in Security Breach. They brought him. Toy Bonnie was voiced by MatPat. I don't know if y'all know this.
Oh my god.
I knew this, but you couldn't even fucking tell. I think they like pitched his voice up or something because I saw an Instagram reel where they like pitched it down and you could actually tell it was MatPat. But like, why would you get MatPat for it so it wasn't distracting? But then it's like, why are you casting a fucking YouTuber as your character if you're not gonna like... I don't know. He did a good job though, I guess. It wasn't as terrible as his cameo in the first movie, which was like, Jesus Christ.
Some people say that, but you know, it's just a theory.
Are you being paid by the
What did you think of the MatPat cameo in FNAF 1?
I honestly do not remember. I'm sure it happened, but I don't remember that at all.
It was in the diner scene.
Oh wait, yeah, I kind of remember that.
He was playing a waiter and he said, it's just a theory.
I didn't notice him in the new one. Megan Fox was pretty good though.
She sounds like the kind of voice I would expect from that character. She was good. They actually have like all like really good actors in these movies, and they just waste every single fucking one of them. It's like kind of depressing.
Yeah, like Matthew Lillard was, I think, in my opinion, I think he was like wasted on the first one. Like he barely has any screen time really. He only has like 5 minutes of screen time, and in this one he has like even less. When I think he should have had a little more, but in like flashbacks. I think this movie should have had like more flashbacks than like nightmare scenes of Vanessa getting tormented by William Afton.
Oh yeah, that scene. Can we just talk about that scene? Because that was fucking terrible, that scene. I thought it was going to be some kind of like flashback which shows some kind of, I don't know, development or like just show off their dynamic. But instead it's just a fucking dream sequence where he's just like says bullshit. And it's like, what the fuck is the point of that?
Yeah, he's like, you're mine.
It's like they had Matthew Lillard on payroll and he wasn't in the movie, so they needed to write some bullshit for him, but they didn't even like try.
Yeah, it was a very weird, it was a weird scene because, if I'm not mistaken, he just keeps saying like, you're mine, I'm yours, or some shit like that. And then he like falls for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about? Did this happen in real life or is this all just like in her head? Because like before that scene, she like fucking sets up her like toys like and like turns on the TV like she's fucking 11 from Stranger Things to like get in the zone.
Yeah.
And then like nothing comes of it. It's like, what the fuck was the point of that?
I thought it didn't make much sense, but I thought the scene was like cool because Matthew Lillard's really good. He's like the best part of each movies, I think.
Yeah, absolutely he is, but like they just don't have good material for him. And speaking of, they have fucking Skeet, is Ulrich? They have him in this as Henry from the games, who's a pretty important character, and they don't give him and Matthew Lillard a single fucking scene together.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I thought they were gonna have like at least one flashback scene, but no, like it's just Henry with Mike in the movie, and then he doesn't show up again until the end post-credit scene.
Yeah, like I swear they cast that guy based off the fact that him and Matthew Lillard were both in Scream, so it's like, oh my god, this grand reunion. And then they're not even in the movie together.
I guess we're gonna have to wait till FNAF 3 when we actually get a flashback of those two together.
Yeah, every single thing about this movie is just, oh, wait till the next one, that'll be the good one, and we swear. Yeah, like, I thought this movie, I'm kind of on the same wavelength as you. I thought this movie would have, like, a lot more flashbacks, because if I were trying to do a FNAF 2 thing, like, FNAF 2 was a prequel, obviously you can't make a prequel movie, but I thought they would use this movie to do a lot of, like, backstory kind of lore stuff, which maybe would be fucking boring for, like, a Cinebad type person, but they just didn't fucking do like anything with this movie. It was just shenanigans.
I don't know, the flashbacks were the most interesting part to me of the movie, so I don't think it would make it worse if there's more of that.
Wait, I thought the opening scene was like kind of good, honestly. I liked that scene.
Oh, yeah, with the puppet? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I like seeing the FNAF pizzeria, like, when it's actually open. Like, I didn't like that the first movie had it set when it was already, like, dilapidated and, like, broken. Like, I feel like it would have been cool to have a movie set, like, while it's actually open. You know, maybe we could see the Bite of 87 or something, but,
Yeah, they have yet to talk about the Bite of 87. I don't think it's even gonna happen in this universe.
When they first showed the title card, this is in 1983 or something, I thought, oh shit, are we gonna get Bite of 87 in this movie? Because I always see people saying Bite of 87, but I have no clue what it is.
it would just make for a cool, like, set piece, though, like, to open your movie. Like, I thought the first movie would open with it, honestly. Like, an animatronic just fucking biting someone's head off, but, I guess the first movie had that, but it was, like, cartoonish and, like, off-screen.
Actually, now that I think about it, I only remember, like, the teacher getting like, a real brutal death, but, besides that, I don't remember much death actually happening in this movie.
All those people who, like, visited, like, the camera crew people, I guess.
Yeah, I thought Mechanic Grace was gonna be in the movie more, because she was, like, in on the promo for the movie, but then she was, like, barely in it.
But yeah, the plot of his movie is just, like, all over the fucking place. Like, they just have so many elements just thrown up a wall. None of them are properly developed. It's like, let's introduce Henry for one scene. Let's have 3 sets of animatronics and 2 different pizzeria locations that we're going back and forth between. Like, I don't see, like, Cinna, I need your input on this. Like, how can someone who knows nothing about FNAF watch this and get, like, anything out of it?
I mean, like, emotionally, I don't think the relationship between the sister and brother, I think that makes it kind of interesting, but like I don't think the animatronics are like good horror. This movie didn't really prove that otherwise, so but I don't know, it's not like that bad. It's like kind of entertaining, I guess, but I was very confused on a lot of stuff in the movie and in the first one too.
I think the audience would be very confused by Michael Afton in this movie.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with this guy.
I've watched the movie and I don't fucking know what his deal is, honestly. So he's I guess he just wants to be evil like his dad and just kill every single person in town. Was that his plan?
He wants to continue his father's legacy. He literally said that line, and me and my friends
I was
were
laughing when he said that. It was so bad. I actually thought though, that actor, I thought he was like fucking awesome, honestly. I thought he was great, but he was just given rubbish to work with. Like, he looks so weird. He looks like a weirdo. Well, yeah, the problem with introducing these new characters like Michael and Henry and stuff is it makes Josh Hutcherson himself, like, he was supposed to be a main character and he has like nothing, he has no personal like stakes in this movie other than, oh, my sister's in trouble again. Like, Michael Afton just shows up at the end to fucking law dump on him and then he gets promptly taken out.
Yeah, Mike Schmidt himself, like after the first one, I don't think he's really gonna have like much interesting stuff to do in these movies.
I don't see how the third movie can like wrap up anything in a convincing manner. Like, are they gonna do a redemption for Michael Afton and he's gonna like take down the other guy, or is he just gonna get removed and Mike Schmidt's gonna do it? And it's like, what's the point, man?
When Michael Afton was yapping, I think he confirmed that he has killed people like William Afton has. So the dude's already like a serial killer. I don't know if you can like redeem him. I think it'll be funny if in the third movie, like it ends like the same way. Like there's like another Afton, the kid who gets bitten by Fredbear. He's like shows up. He's like, oh yeah, I'm also the son of William Afton. Yeah, and then in the fourth movie, the daughter comes in and he's like, yeah, I'm the daughter of William Afton. And, you know, she turns out to be a circus baby. Who's also in this movie, by the way.
Yeah, what was the point of that exactly?
Nothing. I guess it was just to make the audience scream and clap.
Cinna, what was your reaction when you saw the famous character Circus Baby on screen?
I don't think I even noticed. Who is Circus Baby? What does she look like?
She was like a big girl baby animatronic.
Oh,
It looked like
yeah,
a clown.
yeah.
Was it? I can't remember. Was it in a Vanessa dream sequence?
I thought the visuals were good for that, kind of.
Yeah, like in that scene, she was like entering William Afton's like basement or something, where he was like working on like different animatronics, and one of them was Circus Baby.
Yeah, I want to see more of that shit, honestly. Like, stop with the bullshit in the present and show me more like backstory stuff, because that's like, I feel like that'd be the interesting stuff.
Hopefully, yeah, we get a lot of that in the third movie, since the third movie's supposed to be the final chapter, I guess, with, well, not really, I mean, you know, because there's like 3 more games, but like in this one, in this universe, like this is supposed to be, I think, like the final movie with William Afton, so it has to be very centric with him in it, you know, very,
There
very
is no
centric.
way we get past a third movie. I honestly had my doubts that we'd even get the third one, because apparently people were saying like that the box office previews for this movie weren't going to be good, but then it's already made like 100 million, so I think it'll be fine. But
Oh, it's doing really good. I think it's outperforming the first, I think.
yeah, I'm sure we'll get a third movie, but I hope and also don't think they'll do a fourth one, because like
They're gonna do like an Afton family Peacock series.
yes, yeah, that'd be great.
The movies would be better if the main character wasn't a child.
I was gonna say, I think the kid playing Abby is like, I think she's really good in these movies for a, 11-year-old. The problem is it does spend way too much time with her, but like, how much of this movie is devoted to her troubles with her school science project?
Yeah, that was
That's basically the main plot.
I was gonna say, what's everyone's favorite animatronic in this movie?
kind of liked the one that jumped on it was a car or truck. I thought that scene was kind of cool.
I thought that was a kind of cool scene, but it also was like, how to get on that car.
Yeah, I think the Mangle's a pretty cool character, but the Mangle only has like 2 minutes of screen time, so they barely do anything besides like the car scene. I think that's like the only time they show up.
Well, I guess it's because Mangle, like, how the fuck would you make that character like move? So they can only really show it already doing something.
Yeah, like every animatronic in these movies are like practical, but like Mangle is like full blown like skeleton, and same with like the puppet. That's why like in this movie the puppet just possesses like a human,
Which I thought looked fucking stupid, by the way.
thought it was a great idea, I guess, you know, but I would like,
It looked so goofy.
I'd like to see more of like the actual puppet. I don't know, I like the concept of the puppet being able to possess different people.
Is the puppet physically like going inside them when it does that, or is it just like a...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the puppet's supposed to be like a physical thing. It might be like Ennard, you know, where like it goes inside, you know, inside the body.
Mike shows up with the music box and just like, when Abby's possessed, and then it cuts away, then it cuts back, and she's just back to normal. It's like, where did the puppet go? Can we address the ending of this movie, which was so bad?
Yeah, the end game portal scene.
Yeah, it just looked quite silly. Like when Freddy just rips off, he like rips off Toy Freddy's torso and just like throws it away. It was like so funny.
I think like my whole audience was clapping throughout like each scene, and even bigger applause when Chica showed up. Cause like, yeah, in this movie, Chica is like the main animatronic.
These movies are Chica propaganda, bro.
So like when OG Chica shows up, everybody was like, holy fuck. I wish they put up more of a fight, because they got easily killed.
What would that even look like?
I don't even know.
Maybe if we give the next movie a budget of $200 million, and we can finally get the animatronic action we've been waiting for.
Yeah, well, in the next one, the only animatronic we really see is Springtrap. But this is the movie, so we'll definitely get more than just Springtrap. Do you think we'll actually get the Phantoms in the next one?
No, but I think the fun time ones will be running around.
They should get Michael Bay to direct the next one.
Yeah, I don't think these movies are like directed very well, and they just look very like bland. They don't look terrible, but I don't feel like they're making the most potential out of their like awesome like sets and animatronics that they could be.
Yeah, let's call her out on Twitter. Get her fired. Get somebody else to direct the next
Hashtag
one.
replace Emma Tammy with Markiplier. And the very end of this movie, Vanessa becomes possessed by the puppet, and then it just ends.
Yeah, that was such a weird way to end the movie.
Yeah, it just ends so suddenly, and then they're blasting that song, that Living Tombstone song, which I love that song by the way, but it just felt so jarring.
It's been so long. Yeah.
Yeah, were you singing along, Sinner, to the FNAF song?
I didn't. It seemed kind of odd choice, but yeah.
It's better than the one in the first movie, I think.
Where the song is just Five Nights at Freddy.
I do kind of like that song, though, I won't lie.
I actually saw the Living Tombstone live.
What?
Yeah, they played. They came here to Dallas, and they played like all their popular and newer songs, and they played all the FNAF songs.
What song are they going to play for the FNAF 3 movie then? It better be Join Us for a Bite. I don't know if you guys know that one. It's a banger.
I think they're gonna play Die in a Fire.
Oh, yeah, that's the FNAF 3 song. I don't like that one though.
Join Us for a Bite won't be in like a movie unless they adapt Security Breach. Oh, no, not Security Breach. What was its sister location?
Well, I think FNAF 3 will have some sister location in it. That's my prediction. And speaking of predictions, what's the fuck is going to happen in FNAF 3, guys?
Elizabeth Lale's character is gonna be like the villain, probably. Maybe the kid starts turning evil, maybe. Kind of like Homelander's son. And that's all my predictions I have. I don't know what will happen.
Surely we're going to have the same problem again where Matthew Lillard's just going to be in the fucking suit the whole time, but we won't see him yet again. Because he's like dead. Like he can't fucking take off that helmet.
No, yeah, the next one's gonna have to have like multiple flashbacks of like his younger self with Henry Emily.
Yeah, I don't see a universe where FNAF 3 is like good.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be the best movie whenever it comes out. It'll be the Christopher Nolan's flop movie next year. What was the Vanessa? Is that her name, right? Yeah, and the next one, she's obviously gonna be the one of the villains, and I think they're gonna like have her put on like the Vanny rabbit suit from Security Breach, because that's like where her character originates from. But yeah, like the main villain is gonna be Springtrap. It's gonna be a showdown between him and Mike Schmidt. And then Michael is going to be like the human villain, and he's going to help out Springtrap, but then like maybe he's going to have a change of heart and like sacrifice himself and blow himself up with Springtrap.
But we need another endgame portal scene where all the animatronics, like the withered ones and the normal ones and the toy ones, they all show up to beat him up.
To kill, just beat up Springtrap and just lock him up in hell. I think I didn't expect in this movie is that the, I guess like the original animatronics, their souls are freed now from the suits, I think.
Oh yeah, that was very random. I was just like, oh, we're gonna go now. I'm just gonna repeat what I said about the first one. I feel like there's a kind of okay first draft, like foundation, that if they spend a couple more times, working out all the crap in it, we could have been left with something okay. Because I feel like the first half or so, maybe even 2/3, was like not terrible. Like I was amused the whole time, at the very least. But then it just gets really stupid once Vanessa lets the puppet loose. That's when the movie gets really dumb, I think.
And the last like 30 minutes completely lost me.
So I just want to clarify, Michael Afton's plan was to get the toy animatronics and just go murder people at FazFest.
Yeah, and like the whole town, I think, as well. Like, well, I think he said like he wanted to kill the whole town during nighttime.
I don't think William Afton was trying to do all that, so he might be a bit misguided. But it's okay, because he got promptly punched in the face, and we never saw him again after that, so...
Yeah, maybe he's dead. Yeah, another thing that didn't make sense was the little puppets at the beginning of the movie, where they kill like that one dude.
Oh, what the fuck was up with that? I don't know why they keep using like random characters, like those mini puppet things don't even exist in the games. And the first movie using the cupcake to like do most of the damage, it's like, why do they keep using these random ass characters? And then you have like the withered animatronics in the movie for like 2 seconds.
To save money, I guess.
But they spent all the time to make those fucking animatronics, and like the baby, can't imagine how much money that shit would cost, and then they're just not in the movie.
What did we think of the end post-credit scene? Well, I mean, it wasn't like a scene really, but it was just like a Henry Emily like saying some lines at the end.
The puppet's gonna get you, Mike. Watch out.
Yeah, and he sounded a lot like Henry Emily from FNAF 6, which I thought was
He
pretty cool.
does, yeah. What a waste of that fucking character, bro.
So what, he dies in like FNAF 2, Henry Emily? They kind of imply it, that one of the animatronics got him.
I would be shocked if they killed him off screen. Unless they can't get that actor back.
But yeah, I don't know if he's gonna be like dead, and he's only gonna show up in like flashbacks, or if he's gonna be one of the characters to help out Mike. Most likely that, I guess, because not a lot of people are gonna stay for the end post-credit scene.
I don't know what they're gonna do with FNAF 3, but whatever they do, it'll probably be stupid. But at the very least, it might be funny, because there were some pretty funny parts in this movie, like when Mangle crashes through a window and annihilates Toy Freddy.
Yeah, that was funny, and also when Abby presses the plush Freddy and it goes har 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 har. Yeah, did y'all laugh at that?
Oh yeah, I was laughing so loud. I mean, I stood up and clapped. You got any other things to add, Sinner, about this great film?
Not really. It was just like a nothing movie. I didn't think it was like terrible, but yeah, basically said everything. I was really hoping the box office would be bad for this one, so there wouldn't be a third, because the fans kind of annoy me.
Oh my god, the fans, like, every single time a video game movie comes out, this same shit happens where the critics all think it's dog shit. It happens with the Sonic movies as well, like the fans come out of the woodworks and they're like, oh, the critics just don't understand, this was made for the fans. And this is usually before they've even seen the fucking movie as well, because like the critic screenings are always like earlier. Like, I remember it so clearly with a Sonic 2 movie. People were just going ape shit before the movie was even fucking out. Like, brand loyalty is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But these are also like 13-year-olds, so what do you expect?
The Mario movie, the same thing.
Oh yeah, the Mario movie was like the worst one, I think. Well, that movie was not that bad though.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
That's probably the best of all these video game movies to come out, honestly.
I really like Sonic 3. I don't know. I thought I had a really fun time in the theater when I saw it.
I don't know why you guys like that movie so much.
I have no connection to Sonic games, but like I find the movies fun, especially the third one. I thought like the action was pretty good and stuff.
I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a Sonic fan, but I don't like them. I don't know.
Yeah, Sonic fans don't like their own games.
No, I just hate that they're doing them in like live action. They just look so like lame. Well, I was gonna ask, have you guys seen the Minecraft movie?
Yeah, I saw it.
Is this better than the Minecraft movie? I think so.
I don't think so. I thought the first half of the Minecraft movie was pretty fun, so I would say it's better.
The Minecraft movie was more entertaining. It's stupid, but I thought it was more entertaining. But I'm a FNAF fan, so I'm a big FNAF too.
The FNAF movies are at least like trying to be real movies. The Minecraft movie is just a complete farce. What do we all rate this movie out of 10 fast tokens?
I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. I thought it was more entertaining than the first one. The first one had a more focused story than this one, but this one was more enjoyable and yeah, not that boring.
4 out of 10. I gave the same rating, I think, to the first one, or maybe it was like 3 out of 10, but yeah, like slightly better, but still didn't really like it.
Yeah, as far as the rating goes, like I really don't know, because I think I honestly initially thought the first movie was better, but now I look back and there's a lot of stuff about that first movie which I really don't like all the dream sequence shit especially is just terrible. And I think both movies have like an equal amount of good and bad stuff, but this one is a lot more like wacky. Like I thought everything with the toy animatronics was like really amusing. Like the ending was atrocious. I think the ending of the first movie was kind of good, honestly, so I'd say they're both pretty equal. They're both about not good out of 10.
A FNAF VHS movie would have been better, dude.
A FNAF like found footage movie would be kind of gas, honestly. And that's all we have to say about Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Be sure to subscribe to HN Films for more discussion on peak cinema, and we'll see you next time.